Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're at the Cryptopolitan, your one-stop shop for all news when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency. I'm your host, Satoshi Shawn, and this is the second time I'm doing this broadcast because I forgot to hit the record button. Um, so to me, it feels like I'm doing this rehearsed and not uh, spontaneous. It's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, bell for notifications, try to get reports out to you every day. And a weekend report, whether you're an old subscriber or new subscriber, please crush the like button. Now, crush it, please, crush it. Just thank you. Really helps us out. Uh, Today will be a quick one. I'll go over everything again. Let's go over the Cryptopolitan, where you have all your news and easy to find. Uh, I just did this and I forgot the word. Categories. Okay, easy to find categories. First, Bitcoin adoption is rising amongst basically places with political and economic issues, which of course it will. India and Hong Kong are topping on the list. Of course, it is going to do that. With the which if you're not in India, Hong Kong, Venezuela, Africa, if you're just in the United States, UK, EU, any Canada, um, we don't really need crypto the way that a lot of these other places need crypto. Your dollar is going to be worth $1. You can go buy some food with your dollar tomorrow. A lot of countries and people, they don't know that. There's people that in Venezuela that have worked their whole life and were well off and saved like $100,000 for their retirement, $150,000, and now they have like enough for a really good dinner. They everything they've worked for their whole life is gone, just because they still have the same amount of money, but it's just worthless. So places like that, and then with totalitarian governments crushing people under their heel, of course, that is where adoption is really being pushed, especially in Hong Kong. I know that Bitcoin Cash was passing out water with a Bitcoin Cash symbol on it, which is a unbelievably great marketing tactic. Next story, I didn't believe this when I read it. 43% of all Bitcoin investors are female. Also, the story is written by a female. But I did read the story and I thought about it. And first off, according to a recent study, about 43% of all Bitcoin investors are women. This is an impressive distribution. It really is, as unfortunately investing and trading are regarded as activities dominated by men. This study was done by Grayscale. So it's extremely legitimate company that did it. And then I thought about it, and getting back to Hong Kong and France with the Gilets jaunes, a lot of my friends and family members, when I talk about things going on in the world, they don't know they're even happening. I'll be like, like what's going on in Hong Kong? They're like, no, it's going on in Hong Kong. And I mean, I try not to get mad, but it's just frustrating. It really is frustrating, the level of ignorance. People just don't care enough to know. But where was I? When it comes to people that I know that are actually interested in Bitcoin, and not just asking me like what it is, but they're really interested and they've learned a little bit about it. They're looking at it. They are mostly all women. When I sat and thought about it, there's probably like 5 or 6 people that are, probably 3 or 4 of them are women. And then there's like 1 or 2, adults, men that are interested in it, that I, that are friends of mine or family. So that does check out. But I thought it was pretty interesting, and it's a definite shift of where it has been. And with the shift, I think it's a whole new demographic. So it's definite growth. Next, we'll go over this guy. I don't know if anyone knows who he is. His name is Craig Wright. Right, Craig Wright. So he had an interview, a Skype interview with Modern Consensus, where he told him that he was Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin. He has done this many, many times, probably 18 billion times, give or take a few billion. I don't know. But there's one thing that happens every time he says, I have proof from Satoshi Nakamoto. The same thing happens. His proof is debunked, which, like happened here on this interview, he had some paperwork, and once again, debunked. Craigie debunked Wright. I don't know why people keep giving him a platform. Whichever, you can give people a platform. I don't know why people pay him money. Like, I would interview Craig Wright. I would interview him, happily interview him. I wouldn't be rude to him. I would ask him real questions, and but I wouldn't be a dick. I don't know why people still pay him to speak at conferences and bring him in. I think that he cheapens any conference that he goes to. I think he cheapens the space. He turns it into the WWE. It is entertaining, but whenever he speaks, he doesn't talk. He doesn't get to speak anymore. As soon as he stands up, Richard Hart, Tone Vays, anyone's going to start screaming from the audience. It's going to go back and forth, and it literally turns into wrestling. It's like, oh, I'm going to get you, brother. Oh, you don't know blockchain. It's ridiculous. It is fun to watch, but, it's infotainment, I guess. And lastly, this is, I think, a really bullish sign. CHAIN2020 in Hong Kong will witness 10,000 participants at the conference. This is, I think, really, really bullish. I think with the pump we had to 14,000, I know there was, manipulation involved in that, but still put Bitcoin back in the news. The up and downs here at the end of the year, and the closing price, what's going to be. I think a lot of interest has been brought back to crypto and to Bitcoin, which is good. This was a real, like a litmus test that a lot of people were talking about during the bear market in the past year, that people aren't really coming back. It's the same people at conferences. The conferences are so much smaller than they were before. There's so fewer people. So I think this is a huge sign of the bullishness and interest that is coming back. And because I think the new interest that's happened over the past few months has been a lot more serious. It's not just people like, hey, I can make some money. Oh, hey, I lost money, I'm gone. It's companies, it's governments, looking at the technology and trying to adopt it. So I think this is a growing. I think the space has grown, but I think this is a super bullish sign. It's really great. Once again, hope everyone has a happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, any other religious holiday that you celebrate. It's Christmas Eve, so probably won't see y'all till after that. It's good hanging out with you. I'm sure I'll see you lots before the end of the year, but you guys take care. I'm Satoshi Sean. I'll see y'all in the next video.